Which one is Mr. Costanzo?
Regista nel mezzo, per favore.
Regista di mezzo, è un po' più insieme e tornate un attimo in
Ecco Saverio nel mezzo, Saverio, è più mezzo di così. Il mezzo a qui! A mezzo prigione, via tu. Costa, a mezzo ridotto.
Saverio!
A qui, donna sì. Un attimo. Grazie. Ma l'attrice dov'è? Manca un pezzo, una così. Manca un pezzo l'attrice.
Maestro soltanto.
Saverio!
Saverio da solo dopo.
Facciamo un attimo Saverio da solo.
una foto con Saverio e con Cristo.
È il protagonista, è il protagonista.
Saverio, senza pendolo.
Ancora una volta.
Una stretta.
Saverio. Boccia. Un attimo, di qua stiamo nel mezzo. Vai dietro. Saverio. No, perché sei tu?
Metti a casa di mezzo
Anche un Sacchiotti. Anche un Sacchiotti di Berlino.
perché mi risultava come riferimento?
Perché ti vuoi bene?
Vabbè, lo so, eccoli dai.
Va bene?
Cambierei qualche cosa, ecco.
Solamente Saverio. Dai.
Solo mette Saverio.
Solamente Saverio anche? Sì, solo Saverio.
Saverio.
Saverio?
Saverio.
Si vince, sì? Si vince qualcosa, eh? Saverio.
Valerio, perché Valerio.
Grazie.
So, vielen Dank. Thank you
Noch
very
2
much.
Sekunden für die Kameras.
2 seconds for the cameras and for the
Wir
photographers.
können gleich mit der Pressekonferenz
We can get
des
started with the press
italienischen
conference
Wettbewerbs
of the
in,
Italian
Memoria di me
movie
anfangen.
in memoria, the
Erstens
memory of
möchte ich
myself,
gerne unsere Gäste
which is in
vorstellen.
competition.
Und
First of
zwar
all, I would like to introduce our
von
guests.
ganz rechts
We start
an
with the very
Gianpaolo
right,
Letta,
Gianpaolo Letta.
Co-Produzent.
He's the co-producer.
Der Produzent Mario Giannani.
The producer Mario Giannani.
André Hennecke, Schauspieler.
André Hennecke, actor.
Filippo Timi,
Filippo
Schauspieler.
Timi, actor.
Der Regisseur Saverio Costanzo.
The director is Saverio Costanzo.
Der Schauspieler Christo
Then
Živkov.
the actor Christo Živkov.
Marco Bagliani,
Marco
Schauspieler.
Bagliani, he's an actor as well.
Und noch ein Schauspieler
And another actor, Fausto
Alesi.
Russo Alesi.
So, ich würde gerne die erste Frage stellen.
Right, I would like to
Und
ask the
zwar,
first
es fing
question.
alles mit einem Buch, mit
Everything
einem Roman
started with a
an.
book, with a
Du hast
novel.
das Buch Il Gesuita
Il Gesuita Perfetto is the title of this book, written by Furio Monicelli. You read this book. Was it rather a coincidence?
Hast du dich richtig nach einer intensiven
Or
geistigen
was it rather that you had a very close look into this book? Did you look for some interpreting? Hello, good morning, everybody, first of all. I think I'll have to
No,
get
il
rid of my
libro sì,
headphones.
il-
No,
il
the book,
film è
yes, it's
appunto
true. The
ispirato
movie
da un
is
punto di
inspired
partenza
by the book. The book is a
Mario
point of
Giannani,
departure. Mario Giannani
in maniera un po' sinuosa mi ha fatto leggere questo libro.
gave me this book to read. He suggested to me that I should read it.
Private, che era il film prima.
After we had done the first
Appunto,
movie, Private.
Il libro è molto bello.
It's a very beautiful book,
Però,
really.
appunto, il tema era faticosissimo.
But the topic was not always easy, of course.
E poi dopo un tentativo fallito di fare un'altra cosa,
Then we tried to do something else, but it didn't really work out. And after that,
l'idea dello spazio
there was
chiuso,
the
l'idea
idea
del
of this
luogo
closed
unico,
space, of this
e perciò di
unique
nuovo un
location.
film,
And we had this idea of a new movie, a movie about
una
freedom.
conseguenza di quello
It was
precedente. Quello precedente
it
era una
resulted
libertà
from the first one. The first one didn't
privata da un esercito,
deal with
nemico,
private
perciò un percorso
freedom.
di
So it was a whole
conquista della
path
propria
we
dignità,
followed.
della propria libertà.
That is, we had to look into one's own freedom, and it was a challenge for us to talk about the choice of this freedom and to not have this freedom any longer. It was a consequence, and this is a very important aspect of the movie. And this book was a point of departure.
Presi chiaramente dal libro.
The people
molto
are
è stato
taken
invece poi
from the book.
ispirato,
The book was a great
ricreato,
inspiration for us to create the characters. We had a lot of discussions with the author of the book.
angoli non raccontati dal libro, ma che
Not
però
everything could be shown in the movie, but it was a point of departure we had with the book.
E molto altro poi il film è diventato.
And then the
l'esperienza
movie
che
was a
abbiamo fatto
true experience, experience of what we
al film, rispetto alla
did.
preparazione.
That is, we prepared this movie.
Vielleicht gibt es schon die ersten Fragen.
I think they're the first questions already. We've got 2 microphones for you to ask the questions. Here in the center of the room, there's the first question.
Io parlo in italiano.
I speak Italian, if that's all right with you. I would like to talk about the characters of the movie. Sometimes it's about the survivors of the Holocaust, how they move and everything, especially in the images that they remember. There's something about it in there. Could you link these 2 things, these 2 societies? The society of the true Holocaust and then the one of the technology we have and now.
Interessante. Non lo so, ora
I don't know.
il paragone è azzardato, però
Well, it's a dead comparison, really, to compare this with the Holocaust. The characters suffer a lot in the movie. It was our trial. We tried to create an emotional state with these characters, and we were always close to the abyss, really.
sempre a un passo dall'abisso,
We seem to be just before the abyss in the movie.
molto interiore.
It was something very internal. I don't know
In realtà può essere
if this can be compared.
È difficile, certo, sì.
Well, it is difficult, definitely.
Sociologicamente forse.
Sociologically, probably you can compare it. Maybe the period in which we live is also a Holocaust, but I don't know if this is the case. But for sure, there's the necessity for these characters to live a full life, to live an absolute life,
senza perdersi
without getting lost
nella quotidianità,
in their everyday lives, without getting carried away, but they have very high attention.
in opposizione naturalmente al
And
mondo,
this is
cioè,
contrary to the
in opposizione
world,
al
of
mondo
course,
fuori.
because the world outside is completely different, so it's contrary to this. They step over the entrance, and then they are completely different from the world outside, but they go on living, of course. They have some contact through the windows, of course. Yeah, there's another question in the second row there.